My mum said something that fundamentally changed the way I look at her, and I don't know what to do about it. Let's start off with some context. My relationship with my parents is extremely complicated. They've been married and divorced to each other twice, if that paints a vague picture of what they think of each other. My father, throughout my life, has been presently absent and abusive. He was physically abusive when I was young, and now it's mostly emotional abuse. But he's been turning a new leaf since he got a girlfriend and Child Protective Services got involved. He's been nicer and everything, and it's been nicely peaceful until this Thursday. My mother, throughout my life, has been present and supportive. She supported me through my father's behavior, helped me when I was suicidal about a year ago, and she's been the only real parent in my life. Until this Thursday, I thought I could trust her with anything, and I used to tell her absolutely everything. This Thursday, my brother and I went to eat dinner at my father's house. My father told us that he and his new girlfriend have been getting more and more serious, and he'd like for us to meet her a bit more. We go to eat there once a week, and he basically just wants to invite his girlfriend along to eat with us occasionally, so we can meet her more, which we agreed to because it didn't seem like a big deal. When we got home, one of the first things we did was tell our mum. She immediately became sort of standoffish. I picked up on it and asked her what was wrong, but she kept brushing me off whenever I asked. I kept pushing and asking because she kept giving me weird looks from across the room, and then she finally started talking. She started saying how we see our dad as some form of hero and how he gets all the credit for raising us when she does everything. I want to clarify. I'm scared of my father half the time. I do not see him as a hero. She kept telling me to have fun with my dad's new girlfriend and forget about her entirely. Then she went on to say we hated her and how she is just the one who pays for everything, and how if we love our dad so much, we should just move in with him. Clarifying, my brother wasn't in the room for this, just me. She then started crying and fled to the balcony. My mother has yelled at me plenty, but never like that. So I went to fetch my brother. We both went downstairs to go see what's up, because at this point, I still didn't really understand what was happening. She looked straight at me and said, "You, go upstairs, go away," which I did. She kept saying she was the worst person on earth and how we should just go live with our father. I tried to take a shower, but she burst through the door to tell me to shower in my father's house. She ended it by slamming her door and telling us to leave her be, and that we'd be living at our father's house from now on. I spent the entire night confused and upset and sick to my stomach, worried she'd actually kick me out. I was scared to go to sleep because I thought she'd barge in like she'd done with the shower and tell me to pack my stuff. I was terrified of her. I didn't know what she was going to do or how this would play out. I don't think I've ever been that scared of my mother before. The problem, and the reason I'm writing this post is, I have no idea how to move on. I keep flinching and freezing whenever my mother slightly raises her voice, and it feels like I am not in a house with my mother anymore. I feel horrible for feeling like this because I know now she didn't mean it, and she was drunk when she said it, but I'm terrified in my home right now. I'm looking for advice on how to regain trust in my mother and put this behind me. She's already moved on, and I want to do that as well. How do I let this go in the fastest way possible so we can get back to normal? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like for more content.